Shalom, everyone. This is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and welcome to the Daily Drosh. Today's Daily Drosh is taken from Psalm 105, and I'm going to be reading verses 18 and 19 from the Jerusalem Bible. And this passage is talking about Joseph. It says, "They tortured his feet with fetters. They put his neck in irons. Time passed. Joseph's oracle came true. Adonai's word proved him right." You know, God is still a God of miracles. God is still a God of dreams and longings fulfilled. God is still a God of resurrection life. God permits and allows circumstances in our lives to look and to feel hopeless, like we're cornered, we're trapped, we're caught between a rock and a hard place. Why? Because he gets the greater glory. And in the meantime, we learn valuable lessons during this time. We build up our faith, we build up our strength. It's like lifting weights. It rips and tears the muscles and it hurts, and sometimes it's not fun, but the end result is worth it. So here, Joseph, as a young boy, had these prophetic dreams that basically the interpretation of these dreams is that one day his older brothers and his whole family, even his mother and father, would bow down to him and recognize him as leader and recognize him as ruler. How far from fulfillment of that dream can you get than to be reduced to a slave where you have chains around your feet and around your neck? You are a slave. How in the world is that dream that God has given you ever going to be fulfilled? You know what? Maybe God has placed a calling on your life or has given you a dream, and the fulfillment of that may seem the furthest thing away from you, like right now, as if this thing, it's impossible, it's never going to happen, it's never going to come to pass. There's no way that this dream is going to come true, or this calling is going to be fulfilled in my life and come to pass. Maybe you're in a situation where you feel that way. Look at Joseph. I mean, how far to the bottom can you get? I mean, he was on the last rung of the ladder. He was a slave. He had to look up to see the bottom of the barrel. I mean, it was pretty desperate. And on top of that, hey, it even got worse for him. On top of that, he was a slave, and then he was accused of raping his master's wife, which never happened. Then he was put in prison. That's worse than a slave. At least a slave could move about and do stuff. He was confined and incarcerated in a dungeon. And it was shortly after the lowest point in his life that he went from the bottom of the barrel to the top of the ladder. He became second in command of Egypt because he interpreted dreams that Pharaoh had regarding a famine coming to the land. And through this, he became second in command of Egypt and was able to initiate a program to save during the years of plenty so that when the famine came, people would have food. And it was because of this famine that his brothers came and bowed down before him, fulfilling that dream he had as a young child. Who would have thought? Who would have ever dreamt? You know, you may be in a situation in your life where God's promises to you, God's calling upon your life, God's dreams that he's given you, it seems like, God, you're a cruel and foolish God because there's no way this could ever come to pass. Why give me these callings and talents and desires if I can't fulfill them? Why am I here? And you think this is never going to happen. You know, don't fret. Don't give up. Keep pressing forward. Just say, God, what do you want me to learn in this dungeon? What do you want me to learn in this circumstance or situation, in this rock and a hard place? Because if God has given you that calling and that dream, I guarantee you, he's going to fulfill it. You just don't know when, you don't know how, but when it does, it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a miracle. You know, just like Abraham, God said, hey, I'm going to promise you a son. Boom, Isaac was born. And he's like, oh, by the way, take this son that I promised you and kill him. And Abraham's like, okay, well, if you gave me a son and promised that I'd have descendants through him, and now you're telling me to kill him, the only logical explanation or thing that I can come up with is that you're going to raise him from the dead. You're going to raise him from ash. You're going to resurrect him because you're a God who keeps your promises. So he is about to sacrifice Isaac and burn him to ash when God said, no, you've proved yourself. That's enough. Sacrifice this ram instead of your son. So, you know, sometimes Our dreams have to appear dead, have to appear that they're going to die, have to appear that they're never going to be fulfilled before they can actually be fulfilled. Because God will get the greater glory. Because somebody will see your situation and say, how in the world did this happen? This seemed impossible, but yet it happened. So you know what? The calling and the dream that God has given you and placed upon your life, hold on to it with all you've got, with all your worth. Don't give up. Cling to it, hold on to it. Because even though right now it seems like it's never going to happen, never going to be fulfilled, it will. You just don't know when, you just don't know how, but it will, because God is faithful and God keeps his promises. I'm going through a situation right now where I'm being put in a circumstance where I'm thinking, wow, I never thought I would be here. I never thought that I would have this opportunity, because I was in a place a couple years back in my life where I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is never going to happen. This is never going to be fulfilled. I'm never going to achieve this. But now I'm in a place where I'm about ready to step into that achievement and the fulfillment of that dream and that goal. So don't give up, folks. Hey, I know this has been a longer daily drosh than usual. Thanks for hanging with me and bearing with me. Hang in there, go out there and have a great day, and never give up on your dreams. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at abrahamsdescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom.